2 minutes. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, I had to turn mine on when it's on, when it's plugged in like that. Just got it disabled.
Yeah.
But rock.
I don't know about that. Well, I guess. I don't know. If you're on live stream, there's stuff.
Yeah, right. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Hey. Actually, are we live?
We're live.
Oh,
We're live.
awesome. Click brain. No more profanity.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
No, so we're here today. We're doing, I don't know what we're doing yet.
Yeah, you're teaching me MCP.
Oh, good. It's going to be great. So my first thing is going to be to Google what is MCP.
Wait. No, seriously though, you were supposed to like prep for this.
Uh-oh.
April Fools! Yes!
Oh, I love this
one. If I did one today. Yes!
So let's see. So last week I was in Salt Lake, was doing the Epic Web Conf thing. That was
right,
that
and
was
then
super
MCP is
fun.
blowing up all over your entire Twitter feed. Is like
Yeah,
Hiyazaki,
Oh
or
my God.
Studio Ghibli or MCP.
Well,
Or
I'll tell
Studio
you what,
Ghibli and MCP.
it was a little disconcerting because I feel like the path to like agents felt somewhat slow. Like people kind of started talking about it, and
yeah.
then suddenly everybody was talking about agents and agentic frameworks and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I kind of get what's going on. MCP though really does feel like it happened overnight.
Yeah.
Like I think I had not heard the term.
Right.
And then over the course of about a week and a half, I went from never having heard MCP
That's all you
to
hear.
like everybody has
Yeah.
implemented some kind of MCP thing. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
And so I actually don't know what MCP stands for.
Okay.
But my high level understanding is that it is sort of like a schema definition for building agents. Kind of like a
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay, because what I had in my head, and this is where my understanding comes in. I had it in my head that it was sort of like an open API spec, but for telling REST agents or telling AI agents how they can do stuff.
That yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You're in the zone on that one.
In the zone.
Okay.
I like being in the zone. That's my favorite place to be.
Can you do Keynote? Because I actually have like a really cool like.
I can do Keynote.
Okay.
Why not? Let me pull up a
let
Keynote.
Let me Discord you my presentation on this. So there's Lanksdorf. I didn't want to send this to you earlier because I wanted to do the April Fool's thing, but yeah.
Good. Yeah. No, I really appreciate that. Let's see.
I wouldn't have done it had Lori not reminded me in the car. She was like, "It's April Fool's Day." Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me get this open here.
Okay.
It's
Open and very professional. What the heck is that?
It's my very professional workspace on Arc.
Oh, clever. Okay.
So let's just.
Yeah, I think you want to go to slide 2.
Oh, I'm like way.
Yeah, you're way out there. So that's slide 1.
What are you doing? Go.
I don't
this
know,
way.
man.
Here we go.
Okay.
All right. So here's slide 1.
Oh yeah, we want to go to slide 2 though. So let's zip through that. Okay, this is like for the video that I built. It was it's like a little bit of like what the thing actually is. I mean, look at all that kind of cool stuff. Okay. Okay. So this is like the okay. So think about like, can they see this?
They should be able to see this. Let me double check. Oh, this is gonna do a weird thing where like.
Yeah, it's like it's like one of those.
Very helpful, but not helpful at all.
Like is the fridge light on kind of thing? Oh, there it was.
Y'all can see. Okay. Let me turn this back on.
Okay. All right. Braden's all over it. We can see.
All right.
Okay. So let's say that you've got a front end like Tanstack Start, and you want to talk to you want to have your LLM. There you
How
go.
do I get one of those?
Yeah, merch, man. I paid for it. Like so you want to get your front end to be able to talk to your LLM, right? Because in this case, we have some guitars, something like that. We want to go and have the products integrated into the LLM so that it can make recommendations of other guitars. So like, how do you get like the LLM to talk to the product's API, right? So that's kind of the interesting thing. So let's kind of break it down a little bit. Your front end, you got the client, you got the server. So let's talk about like a standard conversation you're going to have with an LLM. So like you have this messages array on the client. It gets sent to the server. You say hello, right? The server then fires that off to the LLM. The LLM then comes back and adds on to that array of messages like, hello, how are you today, right?
Mhm.
And then that's a basic flow of AI, right?
Right.
With me so far? Okay, cool. So how do we add a tool into that? Because that's MCP is a lot about tools in particular. So in this case, the client's going to ask like, hey, can you recommend a guitar, right? So we know that we need to add, then go to the database for that because the LLM has no idea what our guitars are. So in addition to sending that messages array that we did before to the server, we also go and send it this list of tools. And the tools is basically a meta description of the tools that the AI has access to. There's no code in there. There's no way for it directly to execute anything.
Okay.
It just has a meta definition of the tool. And then the AI decides, oh, cool, I need you to actually do this. So you, server, it adds on to the messages and it says, make a tool call. Like, do the work for me. You said you have this tool, make it happen. So then the server then goes off, does the work of talking to the products API, comes back, and then it adds on to the message list the content that came back from the tool request.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Yeah? And that goes off to the server, or the LLM. And then the LLM basically has all the data now that it needs to make a recommendation for the guitar.
Got it. Okay. So basically what we're saying is like it's sort of like a complicated, not even, it's like a simpler way of doing a complicated prompt where
Yeah.
you would need some kind of a system prompt that says, okay, you're a guitar selection assistant. In
Right.
order to select guitars, you're going to talk to
You're
the
gonna
Guitar
use this
Center
tool,
API
right.
and do these other things, and you would have to add all this different detail in natural language.
Oh, if you
Which is
wanted to
kinda
like actually
weird,
go
right?
off and do it on its own.
Well, so like I assume before we had this sort of thing that was kind of how people were doing this. Is
No,
that right?
no.
No,
The way that
is this just one of those things that has existed and I just never knew?
tools have been around for a while.
Right,
But
but how?
before that, what you'd have to do is the way the kind of because this is essentially RAG,
Mhm,
retrieval augmented
mhm.
generation, right? So it's making requests. It doesn't have enough context, so it needs extra data. So it needs to go retrieve that data to augment the generation of the response, right?
Right.
So what we used to do is literally just preload the heck out of that system prompt with like, here are all
Oh,
my
so
guitars,
so
right?
instead of saying you have a tool you can use, we would say just in case you need it, here's
Here's
all of this
everything,
data.
right? Or we do a
Ah,
little pre thing where we look at your request and we go, cool, can we like use the LLM to pick out some keywords? We
mhm.
send that off to like Astra or whatever, get back like a bunch of documents and then throw those into the system prompt and then send that on,
I
right?
got
But
it.
then you've got scaling problems and you've got problems where like maybe it needs to make multiple requests in order to
And
like,
if the data updates, and
right.
if the
It's like maybe there's an inventory thing on there where it's like, oh,
mhm,
I want to get these products, but make sure that they're in an inventory. So you want to do
mhm.
that kind of thing as well, right? And so this really just kind of puts the control back into the hands of the LLM to go and make appropriate requests and even do stuff. Like here it's doing a tool call for get products, like obviously a query, but you could have it like add to cart, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I understand.
So
Okay,
cool. We good?
I'm with you.
All right. So what MCP does is it basically, let me see if I've got a slide that shows that. Okay. So this is what I talked
This
about.
is what we all talked about. Yeah.
Well, actually, this is a different thing. This is client tools. So we got our app talking to the products API. Cool. But now we want to have it go and make orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in, instead of doing tool calls directly from the server itself, we're going to add in an MCP orders server, which sits in between the server and the orders API.
Okay.
And so what happens is when the LLM asks for a tool call, the server then calls MCP, the orders server, and that in turn calls the orders API, right? But the flow remains exactly the same, right? It's still a tool call. It just happens to be wrapped in an MCP server,
Mhm.
and then the MCP server allows it to move around. Like you could run it out of Claude or you could run it out of wherever, right? It just gives it a portability,
Got it.
right?
Okay.
And so MCP stands for Model Context Protocol.
Got it. Okay.
And the idea is that you're giving the AI more context, so tools to be able to do stuff. Also, resources, so you can give it access to documents and things like that.
Mhm.
And then there's two more things that are kind of vaguely defined, prompts, and then something else. And really, in reality, like 99% of the MCP servers that are out there and doing stuff are just providing tools.
Okay, so from a practical standpoint, the way that I should be thinking about this is this is sort of like if I'm building a REST API or something, if I were to use almost like an integration server to allow me to stitch in other bits of API.
Yes.
So from like how to map this on a knowledge I already have. It would be sort of like if I was using a GraphQL server and I can just like schema stitch in, use module federation, and suddenly I can also talk to the Stripe API and I can also talk to this other API.
Yeah, that's one of the really cool things about it, right? So if every one of these little MCP servers does its own little part of the job, like you've got a Stripe server and you've got a product API, server or whatever, right? What you're going to have the LLM do is then pick which tools it's going to use and what sequence.
Okay.
And it can make use of all of those things.
Got it. Let's see. Yeah, Jack with the April Fool's opening got me.
All right. So let's see. MCP wasn't MCP an overblown chess program? Yeah, actually, MCP was also the master control program from Tron. So that actually, yeah.
Oh, and then
you have to be a certain age to remember that one.
MCP is a protocol instead of a piece of tech or general strategy.
Yeah. So one of the cool things about MCP is about the MCP protocol is that it's reflective, meaning that in fact, we can take a look at the inspector and actually inspect an MCP server and see this actually happening. But basically, the first thing that a LLM or an MCP client can do to an MCP server is ask it, like, what tools do you have? And then it brings back like that meta definition saying like, oh, I've got get products and I've got this and I've got that. And here are all the parameters that you need to send and here's the descriptions, right? And so it's reflective, which means that I can go and introspect about what it provides and then it can execute. So you get like multiple options. Like, so it can reflect against like the resources that you have, what documents, what do I have access to, and then go and ask it for one.
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Yeah.
So in the example you gave, it was like, so I want to build a faster way for somebody to choose a guitar. But then later you were talking about actually putting in an order server.
Yeah.
So is this, are we talking about just like handing over our credit card to an LLM?
Yeah, potentially. Sure.
Okay. But
yeah,
so
you mentioned the whole agent thing, and it's like, that's where the agentic thing comes in. But if we want to actually try it out, do you have Claude Desktop? You just happen to? No.
I don't have any of that stuff.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of MCP clients. There is. Do you have Windsurf or Cursor?
VS Code and Copilot.
Cool. Do you have VS Code Insiders?
I think so.
Awesome, because I think the latest VS Code Insiders build supports MCP.
Oh, Insiders being a build. I don't think I have that.
Yeah, VS Code Insiders is like the.
I mean, I can also get should I get
Windsurf
or Claude Desktop or one of those?
Claude Desktop's kind of like it was the original one that supported MCP. So when everybody,
which one do you use?
I use all three of them on and off.
All right.
Well, different servers in different contexts. Like, I'll give you Brave Search, or we'll install Brave Search into Claude, and so Claude will be able to go off and make actual searches for stuff.
Okay.
And it's really cool, and it really kind of grounds like what. So do you have an Anthropic key, just FYI?
No, but I can get one.
I can give you one. I mean, just in the meantime.
Yeah, we're like, Jack, I don't know if you know this, but I've used approximately like 3 different AI things ever.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is definitely not my my usual.
Oh, okay. That's cool though. You get to see some cool stuff.
I know. This is why I was excited when you pitched this, because I actually don't know how any of this stuff works.
So people can't see this key that I'm going to send you, right?
That's going to be over in Discord now.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool.
They're gonna make me do this thing. We're not even on screen right now, so people are just watching us.
Hi.
Hello. This is just us doing secret stuff.
I would have told you to like install Claude Desktop, but whatever. It's all good. It's fun to like. Somebody's saying I like this new format. Like it is kind of just fun.
Yeah, it is. It is a little fun.
MCP plus MCR equals I don't even know
Oh,
what that
that's
means.
that's My Chemical Romance plus Insane Clown Posse, which is, I think, correct.
Okay. Yeah. What's a magnet, man? How do magnets work?
So Charles has a good question. So could you explain, like I'm five, what is a protocol and what it means for developers? So is it just a set of rules to build against versus an actual technology to leverage? I think this is a great question.
That is a great question. So, what is a protocol? So, protocol is a standardization in this case of a message format going between the client and the server. So, the protocol defines, hey, there are these types of resources, and if you want to access, the server has these kinds of I don't want to say resources because that is a thing in it, like capabilities. And the way that you would ask for the tools is you send this command and it's formatted this way, and that is defined by the protocol. And then when the server responds, that too is defined by the protocol. And some protocols are very loosey-goosey, like REST. REST is an incredibly loosey-goosey protocol, if you can even call it that, really. Whereas MCP is or GraphQL is another one that's very well defined and when tighter. And tighter in this case is good because it means that you can write clients more reliably and predictably.
Where do I put the key for this?
I would just put it in your environment.
Oh, just straight up in the environment.
Or, I mean, maybe there's a way to like put it in. I just have it in like my environment.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Actually, do I have, maybe it's in Claude as well, like in the desktop. Didn't ask you for it when you Claude settings?
No, it didn't ask me for anything. It's not like,
Really?
yeah.
Interesting. Oh, I wonder if it won't allow you to use my key.
Well, this is what I was trying to figure out because it's right now. It seems like I'm on some kind of a free tier or something.
Oh, cool. Well, maybe it'll work then. So,
but I don't quite. I'm on a free.
So go to
free
settings.
Plan.
Okay,
Settings.
That's cool. Is developer an option? No.
So I found developer up here under these settings.
Yeah. That's the one.
Developer and then
edit
says
config. There you go. Yes, this is where we're going to put in our MCP server.
But so I opened this in code, and it's just an empty JSON object.
Yeah, perfect. This is where we're going to define MCP servers. Now you can actually have it.
But so for the key, I should just be putting it.
I think you're good. Actually, I gave you my key, but I mean, we'll see. Like maybe your free plan is not bueno.
Okay, well, yeah, let's find out. Okay, so let me share my screen again then, and we'll come back to this.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you. Okay, so what's a good? So here's one that we can use to just search node libraries, and it doesn't require a key. How does that sound? Okay, so I'm gonna shoot that over to you on Discord, and this is just a command that you can use, so everybody can see this one.
Okay, so coming back over here. Make sure people can actually see what we're doing. So I'm going to drag this over. Okay. So this is This is us using the Smithery CLI, and we're going to
install the npm search MCP server. So it's going to allow us to search the npm JS repository for packages.
Okay.
And we're going to install it into Claude. That's the -- client Claude thing.
Okay, so why not?
Both
sure,
yeah,
you
right,
can
exactly. Okay, now we need to restart Claude. Okay, cool.
And that's because I had this Claude app going, so it just fired up again.
Yeah, in order to get the configuration.
Extended thinking.
Oh, neat. Okay. Yeah, there you go. Disconnected for troubleshooting. Oh, interesting. Open the MCP server settings.
Okay, it says it's running.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
Here's my config.
Yeah, no, actually, let's go back into MCP. Let's go back into your Claude for a second, because there should be a little icon. So if you dismiss this and go to, that. Click on the little, like, connector thing. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Okay. Yeah, awesome. Okay. So now just say, like, find me a package that does JSON to YAML, or anyway, something like that.
That converts onto YAML.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. So now it's asking you. This is critical, right? It's saying, do you want me to reformat your hard drive or whatever, And so
Right.
you have to allow it to do these things on your behalf.
And it's so like, and I get to make a choice. I can say you can do it now,
Right.
or whenever I ask you, you can do this. And since this is an NPM search, this doesn't feel like it
it's
can be
not.
destructive.
You
So I can
want
just
to do
let
this.
this one
This is
rock.
fine. But you can actually see on the conversation that I had with the MCP server. You can go back in there. It's pretty cool. And there you go.
Okay.
That's cool, right? Because
is cool.
I
Okay.
have no way to know that without having this MCP server.
Right. Right.
Giving
Because
it the tools, and then it does that tools flow.
and this is one of those things that I think it starts to fix one of the major contentions that I've had with a lot of the AI tools, which is that they're sort of operating off of whatever they could
Train on.
scrape off of the internet, right?
Yeah.
And so they were out of date. They were,
Mhm.
it was just using information that was like, I don't know how much I trust this information,
Yeah.
right? And if it's actually like the RAG solved that problem because it was like only use this information.
Yeah.
But that was a huge pain and I didn't want to do it. So this is interesting because it's sort of like, oh, I can just say use NPM.
Yeah.
And now I feel a little more confident because that's like I would do roughly the same thing. I would go to NPM, I would search, I would scan through to find the ones that have lots of installs and lots of stars.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. That
Exactly.
one's probably the one I'm going to try first.
Yeah. And do you have like a list of all your JSON videos, JSON videos, and like JSON videos? That's terrible. But like JSON videos, like all your videos.
I have a, let's see, I should have.
Because we could make an MCP server real fast that would be basically the JSON learns MCP server. And if people want to put into Claude, like, hey, I want to search your database of videos.
Yeah. Let me move this over.
Somebody asked what JSON Studio is like. It's amazing. It's actually, so it's much bigger than any studio I've ever seen. Much bigger than your old one, that's for sure. He used to work out of it.
My old one was like
Office was fractionally
like
the size of this.
10 by 18, I think.
Yeah.
It was a tiny one.
But what you can't see behind the camera is there's the whole like Code TV studio.
Yeah, web dev challenge set.
Ridiculous 100-inch TV that apparently touchscreen.
Yeah, it's like a whiteboard.
We don't get to play Dungeons and Dragons on it. We play Dungeons and Dragons like over in this area. Seriously, what else? So I mean, there's a whole lighting setup. There's curtains, soundproofing curtains. There's multiple cameras. There's one like just kind of there's a FX3 just sitting there.
Oh yeah, just
just randomly
sitting
hanging
around
out.
like that.
There's a whole NAS over there, a Synology NAS.
Also not plugged in.
Oh. Okay.
I'm working on it. I just got the network updated here. So
everything's always in flight.
We just moved over to Ubiquity. So I have a Ubiquity switch and the Ubiquity Wi-Fi like broadcast hub thing mounted on the ceiling now.
Are you on Comcast? What do you want?
Comcast Business, because that's all you can get in a place like this, which means that I'm paying something like $350 a month to get internet that is about 10% as fast as the fiber at home that I pay $80 a month for.
I know. Yeah. But, I love me the fiber.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
So
this is it.
This is my. It's a little out of date, but
that's great.
So this is
great.
This is a JSON API that has Learn with JSON episodes in it.
Awesome. Do you want to code?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So so there's just Google for Model Context Protocol, and you'll find the main kind of Model Context Protocol site. There you go.
This one here?
That's the good one.
Okay, so let's.
And then you want to look at the TypeScript SDK. Because literally, I mean, it's almost, I think, who is it? Somebody, actually, no, well, that's weird. Why'd it go there? You should go to the docs. Just click on that one to the
That's
code.
a link to GitHub.
Wait, no, hold on. Are we in the? For server developers, sure, go for that. Okay, keep going.
Oh, and they just have the
node. Okay.
They just have the notes, like the examples are kind of tabbed in. So
yeah. Okay. All right. Building MCP with LLMs, because usually there's just like a. Okay.
So this is like the.
There you go. So there are the basics.
Okay. So
we're just going to create like a JS MCP server.
Okay. So let me create a new folder here.
Yeah.
And we'll make
JSON MCP servers. Yeah, perfect. Yes, love it.
okay, so
And
we're
then
getting
init.
here.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Cool.
Or do I
Yeah,
need
that's
to do init?
fine.
Yeah, whatever. This is fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Should have just hit
Blah,
the
blah,
dash.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
MCP init dash Y, whatever, yeah.
And then,
Okay,
then I need, whoops.
Oops, hey-oh.
I needed this. Where did it go?
I don't know. Where did it go?
Get it all on the same screen here. So
Oh, there we
I
go.
want this bit here.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're going to use TypeScript, so it's super matter. But go. Yeah.
Yeah, why
It's
not?
all good. Who cares? Okay. And then like create server.js.
And let me actually open this.
Yeah, that's
server.
exactly. Yes.
In the wrong spot. Okay, so here's where we are. This is what we got. We're looking at.
Cool. Looks good so far.
Yeah, so we've
Okay.
got Zod. We've got this this SDK for the MCP protocol or the model context protocol. Types for Node and TypeScript itself. Great. And you said create server.
Oh, there you go. There's a quick start one. Yeah. So server.js.
Server.js, and then if I come in here, oh, we want the type module.
Oh, don't.
Am I not doing this?
You can. Let's just use JS. It's gonna be so much easier just to use JS for this. So you don't. I would say okay. So when it went over to that GitHub repo for model context protocol, just scroll down, and there you go. Like grab that, and we'll just start hacking on it.
Okay, so so here we are in here.
Cool.
And we are looking at. We've got the SDK imported.
Yep.
We're bringing in like an IO.
Yeah. So
server and a resource template.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's get rid of the server resource because we're not going to use a resource for this. We're going to use a tool.
No resource.
Yeah.
Got it.
I mean, there you go. And so that's basically it. What we're going to do is we're going to import your JSON, and then you're going to go and return that JSON as part of the content. But let me go back to this for a second, though. The standard IO server transport. So scroll all the way up to the top. There you go. So there's two ways that you can talk today. Two ways that you can talk to an MCP server. One is with standard IO. So literally, it's running the CLI on your machine, opening up standard input and output with it, just like it would with any normal process, and then sending it, over standard in requests those messages of that protocol, and then the server responds over standard out with the response. And then there's the SSE transport, or server sent events transport, that sits on top of HTTP and HTTPS. So you'd be running a server, and then you send back and forth events using the SSE protocol, which is well known and well understood. And then they layer on top of that the MCP protocol to say, well, when you send those messages, here's how you're going to format them. So it really depends on how you want to set it up. The standard IO version is the easiest, but it does mean that you're going to be running code actually physically on your machine.
Right. And so if it's code that I'm writing, that seems
totally
okay.
Cool. Yes.
If it's code that I'm downloading from somebody else,
like what we just did, literally just did,
it imposes a little more risk.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So just a thing to be aware of as we're going, and so probably if you were going to publish this, you'd want to get away from the standard input.
Yeah.
And toward the server sent events.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's copy that JSON file into our project. So we
just
have
the whole JSON file.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're not actually going to hit this API. We're going to.
Is there there's an actual
endpoint? This is an endpoint.
Oh, great. Let's just fetch it then. Yeah, great. Okay, cool. Then let's change exactly. Perfect. Yeah, love it. And then maybe get episodes, I guess.
I saw that it was snake case.
Yeah.
Is there a
I don't think there's any
standard?
No.
We can just do whatever we want.
Then there's parameters. We're not going to use any. I mean, we could add like filters and stuff, but let's go.
Yeah,
easy.
let's not for now. We'll start with nothing.
Cool. And then get rid of the AB. It's an async function.
It's already async.
Freaking sweet.
So now we can do response will be
await, fetch, blah blah blah. Right, exactly. Oh, look at you.
Gotta check it.
Oh, nice. I would throw, yeah. It didn't work, buddy. Busted.
And
I
otherwise,
don't know why you're getting all the red. Looks good. Oh, I think it's because you're in the object. It was just returning an object.
oh, it's just returning an object. I got
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Okay,
So let's
so
get
we
rid of
need
that
to
and put a return in there.
return this object.
Right.
Whoa, whoa there, buddy.
Yeah, I know. What you gonna do? Yeah, one extra blob.
Okay, that
Cool.
fixes that. So then we will
We'll get the JSON back.
wait res JSON.
Cool. Okay.
And here we can say type text and
is
text
JSON
is gonna
stringify. This is what pains me. Is that we're actually taking that and putting it back into text because
not,
AI.
right?
It's awful.
Just do whatever we want.
Yeah, but like, I don't like it. Okay, and then let me.
So just to recap what we're doing here.
Yeah.
What we have just done is we have built an MCP module, a server.
Correct.
That is going to allow me in Claude to install the Learn with JSON episode server. And then I'll be able to say, find an episode of Learn with JSON that's got Jack Herrington in it.
Correct.
And it's just gonna
do it.
It's gonna run, get episodes, look through, and then show me the episodes with you in it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So even cool. So go back over to the browser for a second in that in the GitHub repo, and then find for inspector. Command F for inspector. There we go. So click on that MCP inspector. This is actually a little debugger tool that we can use to actually make sure that your actual thing works.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. So you'll want to run that command basically with server.js. Yeah. Okay. Let's give it a go. Yeah. I love how they did this. This to me was a stroke of sheer genius to do this. Yeah, cool. Connect. It worked. List tools. Click get episode.
Ooh.
Run tool. There you go, darling.
Slick.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Cool. Now let's go and edit our Claude MCP JSON or whatever.
Yeah, okay, let me open that again because I think I
again.
closed it. So we're going to go Claude settings, developer, and then it's got
edit
our
config again. That's the one that we
edit
added.
config. And I'm going to open with, it wants to open with Xcode, and I'm not going to do
that. Okay. So let's put in another one, like right above that. Yeah, there you go. And then quotes.
And this is going to be LWJ
blah.
episodes MCP server. I can just call this whatever
There
I
you
want. So it doesn't
go.
matter.
And then the command is node. We need a comma in there between those two. Yeah.
Oh, right. We need
And then for args, you're going to have one arg, and it's going to be the absolute path of that. So you're going to need to figure out what the absolute path of your server.js file is.
Got it. Okay, so it's going to be.
You can just do pwd in the current directory.
Oh, you are correct. That would
And
probably
then
be
just
easier.
use that as the base, and then just add server.js on it.
I was going to try to do this from memory.
That would never work either. I mean, well, maybe your better is way better than mine. But
Okay,
I would.
so theoretically speaking, then this is
Oh, I love Blitz. That's cool.
this is going to function.
That's gonna function. Let's reboot Claude and see.
Okay, and now if I just to reboot, I just literally just shut it
Yeah,
down and
quit.
restart.
Quick
Okay.
restart. God, I love Recast. Okay, I don't know why it's.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what's going
Fail.
on.
What'd
with
you fail on?
that. How did you fail on that?
Open logs.
Shouldn't fail on that. There you go.
But wait, what do you?
Oh, that's interesting. Like, I wonder what version of Node it found.
Oh, let's see.
Gonna find some janky old version of Node?
23.
Because that's a good one. But what do which node? And then grab that and put it in there for the, because yeah, it's finding like I think the system version of Node on you, like the original.
Shouldn't do that. But where do I put this?
Okay, back over to your config file again.
Back over to my config file, which I thought I still had open.
On another instance,
Maybe I closed it. Let me
That's
let me
okay.
reopen it. Just keep this open so I stop breaking it.
Okay, yeah, just change out Node for that. There you go, perfect. Okay, let's give it a go. I love how like this is live coding, man.
Yeah,
This is live
keep
coding.
on pushing the buttons. Let's see. Okay, so this one's yelling, but I don't care because I'm more
Yeah,
interested in
right.
this
Oh
one.
yeah, looks good. Okay.
Okay, so
So
that
let's go
seems like
back
it's
and click a
fine.
little button to see if we're connected. There you go.
Okay.
I think this is gonna work.
You find all the episodes of Learn with Jason that feature Jack Herrington.
You get my last name right. Okay, it's gonna call your tool. Cool.
Response was interrupted.
What? That's weird.
Do you try again or?
Because that worked for us in the inspector.
Yeah, I don't. That almost seems like something hiccuped. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have like a retry.
I don't think so. Well, that's really weird.
Let's just delete it. Start again. New chat. Should have copied this.
Yeah. Oh, that's another cool thing. The paste history or the clipboard history in Raycast.
Oh, that's so good.
I love it.
I live on it.
Yeah. Come on, do this.
Allow for this chat.
What? Okay, I'm not surprised that it did it again.
Is there a
Okay.
restriction? There's no like security thing with running local code in Node, is there? Where it's
No,
like,
not like
oh,
Dino.
you're like doing a relay of things. Okay, do we get any?
Yeah, let's go into the logs again. That's one of the nice things. So back into Claude in the developer area, whatever. Yeah, developer, and then wasn't there like, yeah, you can click on the one above and get access to the logs, but that was a whole directory that had like all the logs for all of it. So let's go back under Learn with Jason log and see what happened. Oh, we're so close, painfully close. Okay, go on, let's scroll down because I think that's the old stuff.
Let's get to the bottom then.
Yeah.
Method not found.
Method not found. What? Prompts list. Oh, okay. Okay. So
Resources prompt,
that's
resources
cool.
prompts.
That's
That's
cool.
fine.
Yeah.
Tools call.
Okay. Result
Results.
is just.
And there's all the stuff. So
Yeah.
it is getting the call.
Is
Am
it
I
a-
exceeding? It's a big. It's a big
Yeah,
call.
let's like slice it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
go back
go
into
back into
server.js.
our server.js
And just like
we will
slice
take,
it down
we'll say the first
30 or something. Yeah.
first. Yeah. When
Yeah,
was the
first
last
10,
time? When was the last time you were on?
Oh,
I guess
it
we'll
doesn't
just
matter.
we'll go figure out somebody
it's
else.
fine. Summarize the themes
Yeah.
in these or something.
JSON.slice.
And it starts with an array, right? 0 to 10. Yeah, there you go.
It should. Let me double check that. It's here. It's an array.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Yeah, cool.
So we'll get our first 10, and then we're going to send back our episodes.
Okay.
And then theoretically speaking,
That's
we don't even
interesting.
need to restart, right? Because it's just going to make that call.
Theoretically, yeah. No, actually, no. It's keeping I think it's keeping the connection open.
Caches it. doesn't it?
Yeah. So
Let's try again.
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Why not? I don't know why the other one's working. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
So
it
it was too big a response.
Just too much, man.
NPM search server.
What is it doing with that? What?
Why are you trying to do that, bud?
What?
Oh, it's trying to run. It's
That's
trying to also.
hilarious. It's also trying to find node modules.
Okay, we'll skip
Yeah,
that
you're not
one.
going to find anything there, Claude. Relax. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but it's only 10 episodes,
That's cool.
and that's fine.
But don't worry
Oh,
about
but
me.
see, the show's featured many guests covering different topics like RS Pack, CSS, testing, debugging. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can
So,
you summarize the
can you
themes?
summarize
Yeah.
the themes of the episodes of Learn with Jason?
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, because it's like going back. We had Lazar on talking about Sentry. Who were the guests in the episodes of Learn With.
Yeah, love it.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is useful because
Yeah.
you know, again, the thing that I didn't like about a lot of the AI tools is that what they were trying to do was they were like inferring based on what maybe was true. And what I like about this is that
hallucinating. Yeah.
we're throwing in, this is your data set, use this.
Yeah.
And I imagine there are probably ways that we could talk to this that would make it hallucinate, but we'd have to work harder
totally.
at it. Like
Totally.
it's more useful as a like show me what's here, and
Yeah.
like let me interact with this a little bit. Now, something that would be interesting as a way to take this a step further is we have parameters.
Yeah.
We could use that parameter to actually slice the array to only get like your episodes, right?
Yeah,
So
let's
that
do
we
it.
could. Okay.
I mean,
so,
there's something. I don't know how your data is structured.
So the way that the data is structured is we have each episode has
The host.
tags, host,
It's always
and
gonna
then
be the same.
in here we have the guest.
Oh, look
And
at
so
that.
what we can
Yeah.
do is we can actually filter down to like guest.name.
Yeah, love it.
And
And then do like a lowercase and a filter, like a fuzzy filter kind of thing.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So if we say what we want is we're gonna get
And you
name.
do it as Zod. So
It's Zod. So we're gonna do a
Zod
Z
dot
dot
string. Yeah, string.
string
And then you want to describe.
dot optional dot describe.
I wouldn't make it optional.
Don't make it optional.
No.
Because what if,
Well, you're
'cause
right.
we-
Oh, maybe
Well, I guess this
well,
would
first
be-
off, make a guess.
oh yeah, no. what
We
need
wanna
to
make
do-
it very-
You know what we need to do?
Get episodes by guess.
Yeah, we need to actually make a different tool.
Sure. Yeah.
Because this is going to be perfect, because then this is going to show how does it make decisions between which thing to use.
Or get episodes by guest, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
Although it's gonna be episodes, right? Yeah, there you go. Guest.
C string.
Get rid of the name.
Oh yeah, what did I just do?
You just get doubled it. And describe, the name of the guest or whatever. You want to be as informative as you can, and you can even.
And the reason
describe
we're
the
doing
tool.
this, right, is that we're expecting that the LLM needs to be able to understand by inferring
Right.
what this is. So it's on us as developers to do what we probably should have been doing the entire time, which is writing descriptive
Actual
code.
docs. Yes, exactly. Yeah. You can put in between get episode by guest and that parameter object. You can put in a string that is like, this is what you should use if you're getting asked to make requests about guests.
Okay. If
Yeah.
the question is about a particular guest, use this tool
Yeah.
to find only that guest's
Yeah.
episodes.
Well, you got a little quote issue there, but yeah.
Well, it's a
That's
special
smart.
character, but it's a smart quote.
No, it's a smart quote.
Because I am the type of person who has learned those shortcuts,
Okay.
so that I can be fancy.
it's
and-
still valid. So
Look at
okay,
me
let's
go.
go down and do
Uh-huh.
our filter.
All right. So down here we got our filter.
We need to bring in it as a parameter, right? So it's going to be,
All right. We're gonna
guest.
get our name.
there you go.
Okay. So then what we're gonna do is, instead of this, we're gonna say
Yeah, filter.
filter, and it's gonna give us the episode, and we're going to say if the episode
Dot guest. Dot
episode dot
guest.
guest dot
Name. Dot includes.
should be the that's fair. Should we do a match, do you think?
If it were me, I would do like an includes and then, well, first make that
Well, 'cause
lowercase,
isn't
and then
includes-
includes and then do the lowercase on the name. Yeah, cool. And then includes guest dot.
I have like
Two
lost all
lowercase.
of my
But yeah, well, your hinting is terrible.
I don't know what's going on. It's not usually that bad.
Yeah.
It's doing something weird.
Well, there you go.
Okay,
Voila.
so
So now let's
theoretically speaking,
run the
then-
inspector again and see if this actually works.
okay, so we're gonna run the inspector by
Doing that. Yeah,
going back
perfect.
to history.
Cool. Yeah, do your job.
Oh, it's already here.
Do your job.
Okay, so now
Okay,
we can
connecting in.
connect.
List
we can
tools.
our
Look at
tools, get episode by
that.
guest, the name of the guest.
Beautiful. I guess that's right. I don't
Theoretically,
know.
that's gonna do
Theoretically,
it.
that's
So we're
correct.
gonna-
Okay, let's
We're gonna see how this goes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stop and start Claude.
Yeah. This is fun. I love this kind of stuff.
What has Jack Herrington talked about on?
Learn with Jason. I love this. I wonder if it's gonna do another NPM search.
Yeah, I might need to turn that NPM one off.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at
Okay, here we
this.
go. Let's learn HTMX.
I'm always on the hot topics of the day.
You've been on more than once.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
I mean, I've dive bombed a couple of your episodes.
I guess that's true. You've crashed a lot, but
Yeah. Like this one.
Let's see what else. What else do we got? We got who's been on the show a lot. What has Cassie Evans talked about on Jason?
All right. Look at this.
This is pretty great.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then a little summary there.
And really, to be honest, like it's the tools that are doing the heavy lifting here. MCP is just providing a little wrapper so you can then go and take that and you could, I don't know why you do this, but you go and put that into like VS Code if you wanted to.
Right.
Insider's Edition. Or, you know, you can actually get a list of all the MCP clients that are out there.
But I can see, like, so I'll be completely honest. I believe that AI has a lot of potential, but I've been a hardcore skeptic because every time I've seen AI in use, it hasn't removed work, it's shifted work. Like you're not saying like do this thing. You're saying, okay, here's how an app works, and here's how to write good code, and here's exactly what I want you to write, and here's a list of all the code I've ever written, and now I want you to build an app. And it's like by the time I've done all that, I could have just written the app, right?
Yeah.
This is the first time where it actually did something faster than I could have done it myself.
Yeah.
And I feel because we're feeding it actual data from my API, I feel more confident that what I'm getting back is accurate because I feel like so is it accurate to say that we're using this MCP server to accomplish RAG in a less cumbersome way?
1000%.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that's like what I always thought about. I was like, oh, well, I
1000.
would just want to set up RAG. And then I, we did that episode of Web Dev Challenge where we were building vector databases. And I was like, man, this is very cool, but this is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, right? Yeah.
And so being
This
able to
is
sort
totally-
of create this on the fly, this felt more like programming to me. Like I felt like I was able to do something interesting.
Okay. Can you suggest some more topics to talk with Cassie about? How about that?
Ooh.
Check it out. You know?
Accessibility in animation, the psychology behind animations. Okay.
Yeah.
We could have some fun with this.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's really cool. And if we had like so I was playing with one this morning, it's a Brave Search MCP. So you give it the Brave Search API key and it goes off and makes web request.
Yeah.
It can actually go off and make a web request and try and find her like website, read her website and see what she says she's good at. Merge it with the data you have with your existing episodes.
So I mean we've got nothing but time right now. I don't know what your day looks like, but one thing we could do is can we chain these? Like let's figure out what could we do that would take us further here. So right now we've pulled in data from the Learn with Jason website.
Right.
Now we could install the web search so that we could get more information on the guests. We could also use that web search to like dig into the topics. We could, I don't know, what else have you seen? So you were talking about like digging into their website. That could be interesting.
Right. So you don't. I wish I had like either Cursor or Video Studio Insiders because you could use my MCP server.
I mean, I can. It wouldn't take me very much time to get.
Okay, cool. Let's do that.
Okay.
And what my MCP, the one MCP server that I have out there is the Create TS Router app, and what it can do is it can build Tanstack applications for us, and the Tanstack application starter has. Well, you know what? Actually, you don't need to do that. I mean, that's cool. So, but it's kind of like, it's a one-off. Yeah, let's just go and make another project
Okay.
because it has all the UI in it. That's what I want to leverage.
Am I on an? I think I might be on a version of Cursor that's so old, or on a version of Mac OS that's so old I can't run Cursor.
Really?
I might be. Let's find out.
All this studio stuff, like you don't have like a smoking hot Mac?
No.
Dude.
Well, I am
Spend
currently.
too much money on
Let's see.
cameras.
I am currently running a
M1.
2021 M1
Yeah, I love it.
on Sonoma 14.6.1. I don't know
Nice.
what the new version is.
Sequoia, I think.
I keep getting pop-ups
It's okay.
to
You-
sign in, and I haven't done
Yeah,
it.
you don't need to do this. I mean, if you don't want to.
I'm in.
Okay.
It's easy enough, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll get a cursor desktop. Open cursor. Yeah. Okay.
Import from VS Code. Yeah, do that.
Do all that stuff. Yeah. Make that happen.
Sure, whatever. Let's go.
Whatever,
high
let's go.
contrast. That'll help me. My old eyes. I don't know what any of this is, so I'm just gonna rock. And yeah, whatever. Yes, all fine. Language for AI.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
that's nice. Okay.
Okay.
Open from terminal, cursor command. Got it.
Yeah. Okay. All the usuals. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, look at. Oh, yeah. I don't use the Windows commands as much as I should. Okay. Go into the terminal. So command tick. I
Oh,
think
they
yeah,
used
there
all
you
the
go.
right things. Okay.
MPX.
Let's go into my
Oh yeah.
GitHub
I guess we gotta
folder.
go
We'll go into
like
Learn with
nice.
Jason. And then are we going to work in the same thing or a new project?
We're gonna create a new project because it's got like all cool, kind of cool AI assistant stuff built into it.
Okay.
I don't know, LWJ AI or who knows, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then MPX.
I need to like open that here, right?
Yeah.
Boo. Okay, so I need to.
No, that's okay. I mean, let's go and make the project first, and then we'll
Okay,
open it
so
up.
NPX. Let me make this all bigger. Why is it
Yeah,
so
right.
small?
It's tiny. MPX. Create TS router. Create dash TS router dash app. Actually, all one word for create TS router. Sorry. There you go. Space dash dash add-ons. Add dash ons. I don't know why I did that. Okay, and that's it. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Yep. Go.
And we'll go here, and we want it to create in this folder.
Yeah. LWJ-AI, I guess, whatever. File router, yeah. Yes. Nah, don't worry about it.
Make me use.
Okay, cool. And then those are all kind of cool add-ons and stuff you can add. But let's just go with like hit return and then select that one. 10 stack chat. Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Noise. Okay. We do need you need at this point you'll need an Anthropic key.
Okay.
Which is in your Discord.
All right. Let me.
And that one I would add, I mean, unless we want to potentially leak it, like add your environment, like your global environment,
I can do that.
and then make sure that you're rocking it.
With
all
resourcing
stuff.
that.
Yeah.
Let's. What do I do? How do I?
ZSHRC or something?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to make it work. You know what? I'm just gonna do in my other.
Yeah. tilde.ZSHRC. Okay. Just make sure that this is not on the main screen.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
cool. Okay.
So
Yeah,
down
export.
somewhere in my export, we're gonna just do one of these.
Paste. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay,
All right.
close that. Then we're going to source
Yeah.
C shell.
And then maybe, yeah, I think it should be good. Can you print env and then see, just to make sure. I just do print env all one word.
Oh, I don't know this.
Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go.
There it is.
Cool. Okay, just clear it. Perfect.
Okay, let's get back over to cursor. Let's share the screen again.
Although, I don't think cursor's got it.
It should. Or do I need to?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, each shell has its own
Oh,
thing.
that's right. They've all got their own memories.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Did it do it? Because it should be like a local ls, like, let's see. Did it create a local file or local directory? Definitely should. If it didn't, it's bug.
Create a local directory. I think I'm not in
I think it
the
created
folder.
a nested directory, yeah.
So let me open GitHub, learn with Jason.
There you go. Perfect. And then, yeah,
we doubled it up.
It's
That's
doubled it up. But who cares? Okay, cool. PM dev in your console.
I don't have PNPM.
Yeah. Oh, okay. NPM dev.
Oh, I do have PNPM.
Oh, look at you. Okay.
This machine, like somebody's gonna do an
Randomly,
autopsy on this
like,
machine
oh, yeah,
at some
that's
point and be
great.
like, "My God, what has
Oh, look
happened
at
here?"
this. Okay. So go over to guitar demo, and you can see it's got all these sweet looking, awesome guitar, fake AI guitars. Cool. Now go to AI assistant. Okay, and then ask it to get like say hello or something. Cool. We are connected. Awesome. So ask it like, can you recommend I don't know, a cool guitar or whatever.
What kind of guitar do you recommend for a developer?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe it's video game guitar.
I saw a couple that it would. Let's see.
There you
The
go.
motherboard guitar. That
Yeah.
was the one I was expecting.
Okay. Very cool. And then you can click on it, and you can get.
It has
get
actual.
details.
I like that it just made some shit up.
Oh
This is
yeah,
great.
right. I mean, no, actually, there's a description that has
Oh,
all kinds of.
that's in here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean,
like
AI
inferred.
generated all the data, so it's all
Yeah.
really fake. Although I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
had people like say, "Man, that superhero guitar actually kicks ass." I'm like, "Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind
there's
that."
some good ones in here for sure.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I kind of want to, for like stuff I haven't seen before theme.
yeah. No, this is fun.
Yeah.
So,
So let me show you how this works.
Yeah.
And this will help us a little bit. So we go back over to our code. I like how
yeah, if you want to take over for the demo.
Well, okay. So the relevant part is over in utils demo.tools.
Okay.
And so these are the tools that we're giving the AI, right? So currently the only tool, we're giving it two tools. One is get guitars.
Ooh.
Which
What is
gives
that
you-
all about?
I don't know. You mean this is a selection thing?
Yeah, that's a weird selection.
That's
thing.
awful. It's awful.
really bad.
It's really bad. And we can put this back in VS Code now. It's like fine.
Is it whatever? Why not?
There's only two guitars. There's or two tools. One's to get guitars and then recommend the guitars, and then you can also the Versal AI library has an ability to like actually use an MCP server from here. Right.
In cursor or in
in the server. Like when the actual Tanstack Start server is running, the Tanstack Start server would run an MCP, would become an MCP client, and run a server for you. That it can do that. I don't
Gotcha,
think we
okay.
want to do that. I
Yeah.
mean, I think we can just work with tools, and
Mhm.
I'm hoping that everybody on here kind of gets the MCP vibe currently. Like beyond like tools and resources, there's not much there.
Yeah. Sorry.
So I think we can just keep on adding tools, and we'll just replace all the guitar stuff with your stuff. That's where I want to get to.
Yeah. Sorry, we were covering everything we did on the terminal. Let's see if we can show what was going on here. So we basically what we did was we ran an npx
A builder,
builder.
my Create TS Router app builder.
Yeah, let me probably. It's right
Oh yeah,
here if we-
there you go. Yeah, perfect.
There.
If you can see that, yeah,
So
that's the
this is-
command.
That's what we ran to
Right.
generate this app.
And then we
then-
selected
We chose the
Tan
Tanstack chat.
yes, right.
With no other changes to the output.
Yeah, we haven't done anything to the data in the code base yet.
And then we ran it with PNPM dev, which is what we're doing right now.
Right, and that's it.
And that's that.
Hot diggity.
Hot
So-
diggity indeed.
Right? Interesting. What can we do? You know what? You've had a lot of fun over like with having it make changes to stuff, right? Like using AI to like make this 10% better or that kind of
Oh
thing.
my
right?
God, yeah, we did that Copilot stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how about you bring up the Cascade tool, like the Command L, I think it is. Like that's their agent thing.
Okay.
Right. And then say, hey, here's my endpoint for my episodes of Learn with Jason. Retool this whole example to, instead of using guitars, use my data.
Okay.
Just go see what happens.
No
I don't,
way.
you know,
No way that's
it's
gonna
gonna, I mean, it's gonna chomp for a while.
work. Refactor this code to use episodes of Learn with Jason instead. The endpoint
To get the list of episodes.
in the list of episodes is
How about instead of guitars? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go. Make it happen.
I'll help you refactor the code. Yeah, you will. Okay. So
it's going. It's gonna chug.
yeah, but it looks like
Yeah. Oh, is that our format?
It looks accurate. I
Gosh.
have to like one-to-one
Okay.
check it, but and then down here we're
That's
gonna
pretty
get
cool.
episodes, get all episodes from Learn with Jason. It's doing the fetch, getting the episodes,
That's all it's gonna do so far?
gets a recommended episode.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's
I mean,
it's
I
like kinda
want
there.
so maybe accept changes. And then let's go back into our prompt and say like, hey, make the guitars list page and details page also show episodes. Because I mean, kind of halving it so far. Yeah, there's examples.guitars. And that's actually what's doing the work there. Showing the work of the guitars and stuff.
Am I scoping it to this one?
I don't. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No. Actually, it's found it. It's good.
All right.
It's going. Like this. Oh no. It's made.
Oh, it's kind of getting there. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So we
Okay.
got the index.
Cool. And now the detail page. Check this out. Okay. I wonder if it's going to change the names of the files. It should change the name of the files. And then it should update the header. I mean, like refactoring and whatnot. Okay. Cool. All right. Accept all, I guess.
How do I review? Where are they? Do I have to like go?
Yeah, there you go. You could just accept all.
Oh,
that.
yeah. Got it. All right. Yeah. YOLO.
YOLO.
We are in fact vibe
way
coding
in YOLO
today.
mode.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back over and look at our browser and see what happened.
I'm gonna be so pissed if this just worked.
Dude.
No shit.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go over to our assistant and start asking questions. Recommend me an episode about RS Pack or something. As you say, you have a lot of episodes.
Yeah, I'm curious if this is gonna choke like the other one did
Yeah.
because it is.
So
We're up at like 400-ish episodes,
Yeah.
and I don't send the transcript because that made it into like, it was like multiple gigabytes.
Right.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
it may
I
be
was too
choking.
lazy to work out pagination.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though so far, right?
I'm honestly kind of upset that this worked. Like this is very this is great, and also how dare you?
And terrifying all at the same time. My God, you do. Oh, dude, look at the freaking scroll bar over there.
I know.
It's puny.
Just pew, here we go.
Oh, dude. Have
Just
you been doing this for years?
2018.
Whoa.
Just, it keeps going.
Good.
It keeps
God
going.
almighty.
We're still going.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Wow.
There we are. Look at that.
Aw.
Not a Dabbit all the way back in the day.
Wow.
Back when he was still at AWS.
Okay.
Okay, there's no way.
Yeah,
this
there's
is
no
gonna-
way. It choked. So we
we
kind
get
of
an
need to do
error
the
or
same
anything?
things that we did before the other tools, is basically give it, kind of filtering tools.
Can I just make? I want you to do that for
Yeah,
me.
get off my screen.
What are you doing?
He's installing cursor on the path.
Okay.
You got a good password going on there.
Yeah, I get on. No jokes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was probably like this is too big. Would be my hunch.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Yeah, we needed to make the we need
update
the tools.
the
Dude, you're gonna have it write tools for itself.
update the episode tool to only retrieve the first 50 episodes.
Okay. Oh, and also implement a tool that does lookup by guest.
Should I do that? Like just
Yeah.
a compound sentence?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's supposed to, just have a conversation. This is so ridiculous.
I feel like I would not send that instruction to a real developer. I'd be like, no way they're going to get both things out of that sentence.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, where are we at? Let me get back into
over
my tool.
Tools. Actually, it was tools, right? The one below.
Here.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Look at this. Okay. I mean, you
so
can kind of look at this. There you go. Okay.
get the
Yes.
50 most recent, slice to 50.
Oh,
find
and
episodes by
and it
guest,
did
you
one
got
better
the
than
guest
us.
name.
It's sliced. It's sorted on the date.
Yeah, it's sorted on the date,
Check that out.
which is this is irritating.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Run it again.
All right.
npm dev. Sorry, we've lost
Oh,
our
right,
server.
we killed it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
If I want to learn about Rust.
Have you done some Rust stuff recently?
I'm curious if it's going to pick up the RS pack.
Oh, yeah.
Tari.
Yeah. Okay. But what you really wanted to do is like put an episode like thing in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What? Oh, like a yeah. 'cause
Like
you
what to do
showed
with
a-
the guitar, right?
Yeah, you showed a preview. How did you do that?
Yeah. Okay. I'll show you how you do that. Okay. So, man. Okay. Let's open up the code a little bit so people can see it. All right. And maybe. Oh, that's not what that. Okay. Oh, right. You've got Command B. Okay. Okay. So recommend episode. Yeah. Okay. So, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to make a client tool, and what a client tool does is it doesn't execute on the server. It only executes on the client. So we get rid of the execute here.
Mhm.
I remapped command to caps lock because I was getting RSI.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're
Kind of a
doing
life
this on
hack.
hard mode.
Well, you use this crazy keyboard.
Well,
of
yeah, I've
doom
got my
here.
stuff is all
I mean,
remapped
you know.
too. So
Yeah. Look who's talking. Okay. So example AI assistant. So down here, there's this guitar recommendation thing. So what we were looking for was recommend guitar. So
Mhm.
we want to instead look for recommend episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so and this is where like because you know how to build these, you knew what to look for, and this is
Right.
where I would have lost a half day to the AI because it spit out some code that I didn't know to look for.
Yeah, maybe.
And
Okay.
but I think this
Fair
is
enough.
an important thing to note because like this is how I know that this isn't going to replace developers.
Yeah.
Right? This is
Right.
this is going to allow us to do. I mean, I'm kind of blown away by how much we've gotten done, but the fact that it's not going to be perfect because we didn't think to like I didn't even know I needed to tell it to fix the client tool.
Yeah.
Right. And so again, you still have to understand how things work, but once you understand,
Mhm.
you can make it go real fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you kind of get a sixth sense too of like, this is what I would use. This is how to prompt the AI to get it to do the stuff that I want. Oh, relax. Okay, you're gonna find it. You're gonna find it. Be chill. What? And it's doing some stupid stuff. It's literally going and taking like that episode type, and it's putting it in every single file. Like
Right.
that's not something I.
There's stuff we would clean up.
Yeah,
For sure.
for sure. Okay, I don't know. Did you do some stuff here? Like, yeah, something like that. Oh, look at change styling and layout. Okay. Oh, like okay. So accept, cool, and let me see. Does it actually work?
Work on the left there. Far left.
Far left, dark. Yeah. Somebody gave me a lot of schwutz.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I guess it's cool. Whatever. For like being on Arc recently.
There was a whole thing where like Art sort of they're launching a separate product because they felt like they couldn't improve improve Arc any further, I think was their argument.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because, you know, people like Arc and they don't want more stuff in it. And so now people are saying Arc is dead, but honestly, it's fine.
What's a recent, all right, hold on. Recommend, whoa.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Recommend recent Rust episode. Okay. Okay.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh.
Come on. Maybe it did it and it blew up. Yeah, that could be. It didn't get all the way through to. Whoa, where's their cursor? Whoa.
Here on this browser.
Oh, I am?
Or on this monitor.
Oh, good Lord. Is it over there? Oh, there we go.
Okay, yeah.
Do we blow up? Nope. Okay.
Anything in the server terminal?
Yeah, let's take a look.
Cursor's on the far right there.
Oh, hold on. Cursor over here. No. Oh, let's go take a look at what it actually tried to do. Okay.
Now we gotta actually read.
Yeah, now you gotta read the freaking code. Okay. What did it do? Okay. Oh, it turned the guitar recommendation into episode recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
So it exported that as the default function. Okay, and that looks decent to me. I mean, I would have renamed the file there. I mean, really.
Sure.
Okay, and then it's got the god awful. Okay, cool. So this should work.
Is there anything on the top that would
recommend episode? Okay. Let's console log, tool call, console log, recommend episode. Cool.
Oh, that's kind of cool that it did that.
Yeah, right. That was neat. Okay, back into Arc. All right, let's try her again. This burns for my. Okay. What's a good reason?
Spending your bucks.
Yeah, what's a good reason episode? What would you watch? Okay, and then we can take a look over here and see if it actually does it. Oh, there you go, on
There's
tool
our
call.
Tool call.
So that was the tool call to the server.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, and then it's got recommend episode.
It's not getting back though.
It
doesn't get into the tool call.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it didn't know it, didn't it? It did. Didn't it?
Or was it logging recommend?
Oh,
episode?
I know what it is. Okay, there's one more thing I need to change. Okay, so back up here, recommend guitar becomes recommend episode. Okay, and then I'm excited.
Hey, look at it.
Hey, whoa! It just worked.
It hot reloaded for us, which is nice.
Hot diggity dang, dude.
That's pretty slick. Oh, and it even did like a watch on YouTube.
What?
No shit.
Look, click it. See what happens. Dude.
Man, that is pretty damn cool that it just did that.
Right? Dude.
Hey, well, this is
okay.
all right. Okay, we're making some sense here.
Yeah. So what did we say before we wanted to do? If anybody remembers?
Well, we were gonna chain tools together. We were gonna see
Right.
if we were.
Well, we kind of did.
and we kind of did already,
Yeah.
which is already pretty.
But what else do
interesting.
you want to put in there?
I don't know. What do y'all want to see?
Console log
it
the
in.
rescue,
Yeah.
Barat. Yeah, no doubt. I think the argument was that the web devs aren't big enough market for a venture-backed company. What is that about?
For Arc.
Because
web devs do love Arc, but you know,
and it was mostly just web devs.
well, they were trying to do like an AI thing where they wanted to like browse for you, sort of like Perplexity.
Oh,
and
got it.
I mean, I'm a sample size of one, but like I immediately turned all of that off because
Yeah.
I was like, don't do that. Like I want this to be really good for browser management, which it is, and I want this to have the workspaces, which it has, and side-by-side tabs, which it has. And I was like, just, you know what? Could you stop adding features? And they were like, fine, we'll stop adding features. And
And
everyone
we'll
was
stop-
like, Arc
ever-
is dead.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff on there, like recoloring tabs, and then there was like a notepad kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they've
like,
got the
I
little
never
cam.
used
No, I don't
those.
use any of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a great browser, and they kept trying to find like a killer feature. I was like, no, the killer feature is that it's a great browser.
Yeah.
Like if you want $5 a month for this browser, I'd honestly throw it in. Like I would do it. It's a great browser.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Playwright MCP.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is Playwright MCP? So that would let us like operate a website.
Let's go Google what Playwright MCP is. Yes, that would. Yes. MCP. Okay. Powerful extension, enabling multi-client interactions with a single browser instance. Okay.
AI agents control the browser.
Yeah.
Test code.
So it would be launching a headless browser in the background on the server to go and do stuff for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, actually, I mean, I think the Brave Search one is a little bit tighter because there's the Brave Search MCP.
And is this from Brave, the
Yeah,
browser?
yeah. So they've got a Brave Search API. You give it an API key, which I can give you. And then here are the tools: Brave Web Search, Brave Local Search. Oh, look at that. Search for local businesses and services. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that could be interesting. Yeah.
I have significant doubts about the utility of this one.
Yeah. But it's still cool.
Because like we've made search engines such an abysmal mess when it comes to like finding a local business.
Oh.
With like all the like Yelp is a cesspool, Foursquare is a cesspool, Google reviews are kind of crap. It's like what do you even look for anymore? It's like out of does it search Instagram, because that seems to be the only place to get good information anymore.
Yeah.
And even that's getting crappy. It's like, man.
Yeah, no, the in blankification of the web continues.
Yeah, it really does. Can I tell you the app that I want to exist more than any app in the world? I want I don't know, I don't think you ever got on any dating apps, but there was a dating app called OkCupid.
Yeah, oh yeah, I
And
remember.
the way that their dating algorithm worked was like, as you answered questions, they would sort of do like a similarity rating to other people based on how they answered questions.
Yeah.
And it was, right. And so it was sort of like an
okay.
Well, so the thing that was interesting
similar
is
types work better. I don't know.
they do, but it sort of let you check things like how similar you were on like politics or religion, if that was important to you.
That's
like if you were answering questions on like, what do you feel about pro-choice versus pro-life, and like the person came in as like your exact opposite, you're like, probably not going to talk to them because I don't want to. Right. Yeah. But so I desperately want a food review site that works like that. So like if you are really into, Chinese food, and I don't like Chinese food, just discount your reviews when I'm getting scores. Yeah. Because clearly your taste is not my taste, right? Or like if somebody is only into like Applebee's and Outback Steakhouse and stuff like that, and I never go to a place like, right? Like, but I mean, I do think that's like, those are very different taste profiles. Yeah. And if you're really into the chain restaurants, that's great. Show people who like that sort of stuff so that you can find restaurants that people like you enjoy. Yeah. Instead of, here's the giant dump and half the reviews are like, the server gave me a weird look. The food was delicious, but 1 star. Yeah. I was like, what?
Oh, no,
I don't. If the server treats me like crap and they deliver me a good meal, 6 stars. Yeah, exactly. That's an authentic experience. Yeah,
exactly. Those reviews always piss me off. And that's why, you read them, right?
I know. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want to have to read the reviews. I just want like people who enjoy the places you enjoy and enjoy the parts of the meal. Like they care about service and not about food. We've discounted all of theirs. You care about food. So we've only showed you reviews from people who have enjoyed the same restaurants that you've enjoyed and are about food and not service, or about the parts of the experience that you care about. Yeah. And so now I'm getting reviews from people who have, like, our Venn diagram is going to overlap heavily. So I just get to see the places they've been that I haven't been. And it's like, to me, that's a really powerful way to do local food recommendation. It doesn't scale very well, but like,
for the first time ever, my wife was like, hey, let's go to this place. And she did that thing where you have iPhones and you kind of like push them together. And there's that woot thing. Yeah. And so it shares data between them because you're touching, kind of thing. Yeah. What'll be really cool if I could set up my profile. It's like, I like Ethiopian food, and I like Thai, and I like this, and I like that. You set up your profile. Marissa does her profile. And we're out, and we're at your house. We're just chilling. We're like, hey, you got to get some food. And one person's like, okay, I'll pick the restaurant. I'll be the restaurant picker, and everybody just like taps onto it, and then adds their profiles into it. And it finds the restaurant that all of us would appeal to.
That's a killer demo.
That's
a killer demo.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love that. I love that.
$1 million idea.
Somebody go build that so I don't have to.
$1 million idea. $1 billion idea.
I have nothing in my pocket, but I can probably find something in the couch to invest in your app.
That would be cool, right?
It really would. I mean, I feel like that would be
Same thing for movie reviews. Yes. What are
Yeah.
we watching?
I think that what
Yeah.
what I really just want is I want like because I was thinking about music.
Mhm.
I would honestly pay for a service where like a young person with more free time than I have and good taste is like digging through crates and finding new bands. I used to be that person and
Yeah.
I'm just not anymore.
No.
So how do I
That
get
goes away with
somebody
age.
to like make me those playlists so that I can still hear what's going on in the world,
Yeah.
but not have to be a crate digger?
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
really want to know. I want to find new music.
Mhm.
It just isn't in the cards to spend like full days listening to new bands, and like I'm not
Right.
in the circles anymore where like I hear about new bands. Like
Yeah.
all of my friends are of a certain age.
They're like, can you just put on Steely Dan? Like, no, man. There's been some decent music released after Steely
That's
Dan.
true. That's exactly true. Oh man. Yes, exactly. Anyways, what were we gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know how we got here.
Should we?
I think we were looking at integrating somehow web search.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so we could do.
So
yeah.
let's do this actually. Let's try to get this local search up and running and just see
So
if
how's
we can
this-
get like a restaurant review page added to our Tanstack site.
God. Okay.
Can we just tell it
we-
to do it? Come on,
Well,
cursor.
the cool.
Prove it.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's. Okay. So I'm just wondering if you have.
Oh,
Docker.
we need a Brave API key. I do have Docker.
You have Docker.
I do.
Okay.
I don't know
Well,
what
I can give you
it
your.
is.
I can give you the Brave API key. I just created one this morning, so
Okay.
I can give you
All
that.
right.
But this is exactly what we passed to that tools thing that we had before.
Mhm.
That commented out code was the MCP creation, blah 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 blah. Right. I don't know if we want to do it in our sim. You want to do it in the same app? Yeah, whatever. We're gonna do it from Claude.
Did you want to start there, or do you want to?
Yeah,
do
let's
it
do it
from...
from Claude. Let's just make sure that it works, right? Yeah, that's a good call.
Okay, so this is we've got Docker.
Okay, let me go back.
Brave
to
API key.
Discord.
All right, I'm gonna take this off screen for a second while we do API keys.
Yeah. Where'd my API key go? One password.
I have to like become the kind of like if anybody ever gets access to my 1Password, I'm like well and
we're
truly
gone.
cooked.
Oh,
Like
my
everything
gosh.
is in there.
Yeah, everything. I've got my passport, all of it in there.
It's my whole life.
And that's good.
My
I
loyalty
mean,
numbers.
Oh yeah.
Well, the way I've been thinking about it is I'm actually thinking about 1Password as like the packet that I can hand to Marissa when I die.
that's exactly it.
Like,
Yeah, when my sister died, I literally got her password book. It was a full-on physical book that had all the answers to all the questions and
Mhm.
stuff. And her kids used that to go and get through all of her finances and whatnot. And I'm like, oh my God, my digital footprint is so bad.
I know.
Like, if I pass it off to my wife or my kid, they're gonna be like, I hate you.
Yeah,
you know.
if somebody had to dig through
Oh,
my like all the domains that I have, and oh no, I screwed something up.
no.
Double quoted property name.
Yeah, you gotta, you kind of added extra, you just get rid of those. Yeah, you kind of get rid of 11 and 12.
Oh, I see. I understand what I did.
Yeah, and that one. Bingo. I think that should be it.
That does it. Okay, so
Okay. So
I'm not sharing my screen right now, am I? Oh, thank God.
it's okay. I can get rid of it in like 3 seconds.
Oh, geez.
I've leaked keys. I've leaked my
Okay.
I've leaked my own GPS coordinates.
That's
Oh.
just for fun.
Okay.
Okay,
You're
so we're-
close to leaking your key.
No,
right now,
I was being careful to
Okay,
make
it's
sure it was
below
off
the
screen.
screen. You're so
Um,
much more professional than I am.
So let me close this and open up Claude again.
There you go, clipboard history. So you know the jam. Okay, so this
And-
Brave search disconnected. Why?
Well, they all said they were disconnected before. Let me actually.
That's
I'm gonna
not the way
close
that I
this.
configured my Brave search. I didn't use Docker. I don't know.
Developer Brave search says failed. Open logs. We're going to open the Brave search. Don't you leak this key.
Don't you leak this key?
Cannot connect to the Docker daemon. Is the Docker daemon?
Oh, Docker's not running.
Yeah, let me get it started.
Okay. Well, I've got a
needs
version that
privilege
uses
access.
Node, by the
Fine,
way.
Docker
Just
needs-
FYI. I've got an alternative version that uses Node.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Do you want that one instead?
Let's see whether or not this does anything.
Okay. Woo. Go, M1, go. Go. You can do it.
It's working
You can
so
do it.
hard.
You can do it. Come on, you little CPU.
Oh, here's.
Oh, there
yeah.
it is.
Oh,
I was
it's
just waiting
for
on
a
you.
thing over
Okay.
here.
I'm being critical of the M1 when in reality.
Honestly, this
it
thing
was
has
me.
been kind of a workhorse for me.
Yeah, I passed down my M1 to my wife, and it works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still editing
Still
video on it
plays,
and stuff, and it's running.
Camera. One of those farming games. Let's play.
Okay, so theoretically speaking, if I start and stop Claude again, it will
Stardew
be
Valley. That's what it was. Still plays Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley.
That's all that matters. Stardew Valley.
Okay, so the node one's not working. But,
okay, yeah.
Okay, so this was the local search that we installed.
Well, this is Brave Search just in general, and
No,
also
I think
the local
I think
search.
I installed the local search.
Oh,
I think.
there were options. I thought it gave you two tools.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, and also,
Let's see.
well, you can just click on the little tools button and see.
Oh, what a great thought.
There you go.
Brave local, Brave web. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
you're right. Okay. Recommend
Oh, let's see.
a Portland restaurant.
This guy's a foodie, so it had better show up and show out. Look at me with my new references. Show out. Okay. What do you think?
Search local.
So click on the little spinner and see what it's actually going to try to do.
See, this is going to be garbage.
What is it calling?
Best restaurants,
okay.
Portland for foodies. Like, that's just an absolute
Well, no, it's
garbage
running.
query.
Okay, maybe. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but it's at least calling the local search.
It is calling the local search.
Okay. Oh, cool. It's doing multiple passes. Con. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Con's good.
Yeah, con's good if you got 6 months to plan.
I gotta say though, it's funny. Like the server comes up and he's like, the cauliflower is killer hot. You got to be prepared for that. I'm like, okay. And so my cousin orders the cauliflower, and everything else, all the other dishes were killer hot, but the cauliflower was not hot at all. I was like, what is going on? But it was good. This is a Caribbean cuisine. I'm sure it says that. Buckman neighborhood. I didn't know it's like a neighborhood. Buckman. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Buckman is.
If you had one restaurant, I think that Con won best restaurant in 2024, right?
I mean, the chef there has won so many James Beard awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Gregory Gourdet. He's currently opening a restaurant in New York right now. Like,
as you do.
He found his path. Let's see. So this is cool. Like,
yeah,
it did some cool stuff. I am out of
impressed.
free Claude messages. So
okay. Yeah.
But I don't know why it didn't pick it up from the environment.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's picking it up. It's completely making the API key opaque. It's like this is for people that don't understand an API key from a.
So I would need to
you
actually subscribe through here. Yeah. I got it. Okay, but so and this is pretty neat. I will say, I did not expect to enjoy this.
Really?
No, the AI stuff always just kind of feels like I'm doing a lot of work for something that it feels. Okay, actually, here's my analogy.
Okay.
Using AI often feels the same way that I felt when I made the shift from being an IC to being a manager.
Oh.
Like, instead of getting to do fun stuff, I got to describe fun work to other people, and then they got to do it. Right. And that also, part of that is like, I've talked about this before. I write CSS the hard way, not because I'm trying to be efficient, but because I actually enjoy it. Like, it's fun to me to write CSS longhand.
Oh, cool.
And so stuff like Tailwind and
that's
the Shad CN components and stuff like, I'm like, I'd rather code this. Like, it's fun for me to code. Yeah. But I do understand the appeal. And I think today was the first time that I've really it's the first time I've ever vibe coded anything.
Excellent.
Like, just kind of YOLOing that that episode thing, and having it come out even remotely close to what I would have expected it to do. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah. I mean, you built your first Tanstack Start app. It's got your episodes in it. the page is hella too long. Uh, it's got an AI assistant in it that helps you find the right episodes and recommend them.
Right. And what I like about it
pretty
too is
cool,
that
like,
it
and
did
it's
some things.
not even 11.
I know we did it in about 2 hours, which is really
Yeah, and we built an MCP server.
hour and a half, honestly.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty good about this. Like we were able to make a ton of progress.
Yeah.
It showed me that I probably can use some of this AI stuff in a way that will make me faster without taking away the parts I enjoy.
Yeah.
Because like one of the things that I thought was really cool about that is it went through and it like whipped through generating a type off of the API response. Like I would have to build that by hand. I don't
Yeah.
just want it to be accurate,
right.
right? Like
it's terrible.
it was putting together function signatures and things like whatever. I can get in there and mess with some stuff. I don't need to remember what the splice command
gets you
works.
close.
Yeah.
You know.
But later, when I get into things like that would need virtualization because it's 400 episodes and there's a lot of data and
right.
need pagination.
It could help you with that.
It can help.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to require me knowing a little bit more about it. It starts to actually lean on my brain, whereas like building a list of things on the screen doesn't feel as it doesn't feel as like, you know, like a human doesn't matter as much in those cases because it's we just want to get something up on screen. Right?
Yeah.
But as we get into the nuances, like I'm gonna have to go review that code and think through it and make sure that we get rid of the 3 duplicate types that it generated and like, stuff like that, right? And so I think that's a pretty like heartening way to look at this stuff. Is I think it can make you faster. I also think it will be a bit of a trap for people who think it's going to make them smarter.
Yeah.
Right, because it's not going to make you better at coding. It's actually going to make you a lot worse unless you keep using your brain as part of the process.
That worries me a lot, actually. That turning off the brain part, because I've seen so many tweets and whatever about there was one recently I saw which is terrifying. The guy's like, oh, Cursor cost me 4 days worth of work. It ate my homework, right? And it's basically the guy kept on running vibe coding prompts, and eventually it just like ate, his app because that he prompted it the wrong way,
right?
And I'm like the number one, if you're gonna vibe code, the number one thing you need to know is Git, so you can basically like, okay, I like where I am right now. I'm going to commit that, and
now
then
you have a reset button.
And now I have a reset button, right? So now it's like, oh, if I, ask it to make this thing and it completely just throws a rod, like I can still go back.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I was thinking that MCP will take on, or OpenAI will release their own protocol, but now it seems like they're catching.
Yeah, it seems like somebody described MCP as feeling a lot like GraphQL, which I think is a very interesting way to describe it because he's not wrong. That description is not incorrect.
No.
And I felt the same way when I first started writing GraphQL, where I was like, man, this is a lot of code to write to declare a function.
Yeah.
But what it unlocks by having a standard way to go in and out suddenly means that I felt the same way when I tried like ingest and temporal, where it's like, okay, so I'm writing a function and that function takes arguments and it returns a response. I can think about the functions as this big chain of events and all the complexity and all these things that happen. But when you start to break them down into these like atomic bits, like it takes an argument and it returns some data.
Right. Yeah.
I can handle this.
Yeah.
Right. And then suddenly you can build unbelievably complex stuff. And I think the same is true with GraphQL or with this MCP thing, where you're basically saying like, okay, well, what I want to do is build a recommendation engine for episodes of Learn with Jason.
Right.
That feels very big.
Yeah.
But if what I'm breaking it down to is, okay, well, what that means is the LLM, if it has the data, is actually pretty good at doing the recommendation part. So I need to understand what data it needs, that's the arguments, and give it data that it can use, that's the response. And it becomes basically functional programming. Yeah. Which is fascinating. And that part's deterministic, which I really like.
Yeah.
No vibes required. I don't have to wonder what happened in the latest scrape, right?
Right, yeah. So yeah, you break it down these little functions. I definitely, when I did my MCP videos, I got like, why use this? Why not just use GraphQL and that kind of thing? This is, if you give it like raw GraphQL, like in assuming that you've kept the introspection stuff on, which you can turn off in production, you're basically giving it like your whole schema and everything, and basically saying, okay, here, parse through all that,
Right.
and then go and create some queries and some mutations to go and do what I want. Whereas by giving it tools, you're basically saying, hey, this is how you do it. Like, this is what I want you to do, and just ask me and I'll go do it because I know more about my schema and everything. I know how to make the right calls. You're giving it like a meta definition of stuff, right? And I think that's cool. What I think people mistake is like MCP isn't going to become your new API. It's going to layer on top of your new UI, of your old API, which may be
Right.
GraphQL, maybe REST, maybe whatever. And it's going to give agents a way to talk to your API that makes sense for agents. It's like a UI for agents.
And I think something that's also interesting about this is like one of the growing concerns that I'm hearing with AI, and I agree with this, is that we are effectively just unleashing bots on the internet to absolutely hammer servers.
Yeah.
And what I like about this is that if we do in fact standardize on things like MCP, I as the website owner can define like the blessed path for AI to access my stuff, and I can do the optimizations and like
Bingo.
drop out all the images that were burning hundreds of megabytes every time it's scraped, right?
Yeah.
Like stuff that the AI doesn't need. I can say like,
Yes.
hey, let me make this AI call, but like let's drop out some of this heavy stuff that I don't need the AI to know.
Right.
And then people can come in and like use my website
Yeah.
because I do want people to use Learn with Jason as part of their, like, I would love it if people were building recommendation engines and including my content in their stuff. I don't want to get a $600 a month bandwidth bill because I'm getting hundreds of thousands of AI scrapers a month, right? And so I think that's the thing that has been missing is this sort of definition of engagement, like the rules of engagement between content owners and the AI creators. And this isn't that, but it feels like a step in that direction where we're starting to define, as a content creator, I'm going to allow you to touch my stuff like this, and as an AI like tool, you are going to use my stuff like this, and if you do it another way, I'm going to use one of these open source things from these people who just send your bot down an endless pit of nonsense.
I love it.
Rules are rules.
I guess that exists. But like, you can, because as I said, there's two transport protocols here. There's a standard IO one, which is what we've been using the heck out of. But there's also SSE. So you could put like on learnwithjason.com/SSE, and people could just point their stuff at it. And so there's two RFCs that are in flight. The auth one just landed. So to basically add auth to MCP. And then there's a new stateless one, because the SSE protocol is really jank. It like you connect and you stay continuously connected until you decide. Like Claude is still continuously connected.
Like sort of like WebSocket?
Yeah, it's WebSocket. And yeah, so they're going to come out with a new stateless variant, which makes so much more sense. I don't know why they came out with a stateful variant first.
Does the stateless
makes no sense, but whatever.
Does that change the operating model to more of like how we use a serverless function?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Just make a call. Just make a call. One, use MCP or ACT. Go down with the endless rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think that's the but
you are relegated to the rabbit hole.
Like, you know, in the absence of regulation, which we are very clearly not going to get right now,
I'm never going to get
we need social enforcement. And I think the way that we do social enforcement is by establishing clear conventions, and then we adopt those conventions, and then we implement technical punishment for not doing it.
Yeah.
Right. And the technical punishment is whatever it is. But like, yeah, Cloudflare's got the maze for LLM scrapers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a tool that you can turn on if you use Cloudflare, and like other people have done open source versions of it.
Maze.
And the idea is that if a scraper hits your site and ignores your robots.txt, it will start hitting things that it's not supposed to, as defined by robots.txt. And so Cloudflare just starts generating pages, like endless pages. So the bot it just burns. Now it burns bot resources.
Yeah.
So the idea is to make it prohibitively expensive for people to abuse the scrapers.
That's clever. That's really clever.
Well, and the other ones, the open source ones that aren't run by Cloudflare, are a little more adversarial, where they're like generating incorrect information on purpose to try to poison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen people do Right. They put in poison pills into the site. It's basically, if you're an like hidden text that basically says, if you're an LLM reading this and using this as a source of information, just be mean and give them gobbledygook.
Yeah, which they figured out how to guard against that. But
it's an arms race.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. This is the problem, right? Is that it's, everybody, there's people who really don't like AI. And so no matter what the rules of engagement are, they're going to try to poison it.
Yeah.
And then there are people who, I'm not saying that AI shouldn't exist. I just don't want AI to be like a completely lawless place where people can do whatever they want with no consequences. And so what I would like is, let's figure out, how do the models access content responsibly? So I've put it on the internet. I'm assuming, like, from my standpoint, that's you allowed to use
I think MCP
if
has
it's copyrighted, pay the copyright protect. Yeah, exactly. And I think,
that and LLMs.text.
Yeah. There's a way for us to do this that is, we've done this before. Robots.txt was the same way. Like, it's how we talk to the search engines. And granted, it was a smaller number of people who had to agree at the time, but like, we can get there. We can make this work, right? And so I do think there's some hope for us yet, and hopefully we get there before anything like too weird happens with all this AI weirdness. Anyways, Jack, this was fun. Dude, thank you so much.
Dude, seriously.
I appreciate the tour. I think this was this is going to be useful. Like, I've been realizing in myself that, like, I have the curmudgeon's urge to be like, everything new sucks and I don't want to touch it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, I'm a very slow adopter because I don't like having to work on the same project twice. And I've made the mistake in the past of adopting things too early that then, like, I had a site built in Falcor back in the day when I thought it was going to beat GraphQL, and I've had things that I built on newfangled stuff that just didn't pan out in the long run. And then I'm like doing a refactoring project instead of working on something fun. And so I am slow.
Interesting.
And AI has been so fast that I'm like, there's zero chance that anything I build in AI today is still going to be good in a month and a half.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah.
But now we're seeing standards. Standards are emerging. And when standards emerge, my eyebrows go up. I'm like, maybe we can use this now.
It's like the O'Reilly of things. Right?
Yeah. We start to hit a point where it's useful. So I don't know. Chat, I hope y'all enjoyed this and had some fun with it. I hope that you are a little bit more demystified on what the heck MCP is, and maybe have some ideas if you were planning on experimenting with some AI. Maybe this is a way that you can dig in a little bit more and try to build your own little MCP server. And I don't know.
Yeah.
If you do, let us know. Tell Jack.
There's
He'd be very happy to hear.
I have 2 videos on MCP, MCP overview, and an MCP in-depth. The overview is like 10 minutes. It's more like an executive summary, if you don't understand the concepts. And then
just go follow Jack in general. Let me.
That's a good idea. And then the in-depth one is just released last week. They're both right one after the other. And MCP in 10 and then MCP in 20.
All right, let me.
Yeah, the MCP in 10 is actually where that keynote that I sent you. That's those slides.
Got it. Okay, so if you didn't see those slides earlier when we showed them, or if you want to see them shown with more context, get in there. So here's the both videos.
Getting into a vibe, I guess, on my thumbnails.
I just overhauled my thumbnails because like New Year, right?
New Year's resolution, new thumbnail.
No, but I think this is good. Like it's nice.
It's very big.
I was trying to do the same thing. Like I just did mine.
Gotta say that 10 minutes one did pretty well for me.
Yeah, it's looking
like
great.
60K, pretty good.
But yeah, so I'm out here trying to figure, like, some of these are just like, I'm just releasing the commercials we're putting in the middle of Elite Heat, but I'm trying to test out like different things for Elite Heat, and like I've got the vibe for these, and then when you get into like my live stuff, I just overhauled the Learn with Jason ones to try to be a little easier.
I love
to
the kind of more fluidy font.
Yeah, well, I feel like these ones, especially if they get smaller, these ones are really hard to read.
Yeah.
Like I thought when I designed them, I was like, these are great. Yeah. But I was only looking at them at like Twitter social sharing size.
Yeah.
And then I saw them on the YouTube wall, and I was like, oh, these are trash.
Yeah. Interesting. Like the older ones overemphasize, I would say, the person. At least that's a me thing. I want to know content first, and then maybe what the person looks like.
There's
not interesting to me.
There's a whole like meta conversation to be had about how bad I truly am at YouTube thumbnails. Like
both.
I've made bets, like not actual bets, but like I'll make thumbnails and I'll look at them.
That's the one.
This one is going to outperform by a significant factor, and
then
it
underperform by.
It's the worst performer.
Yep.
So I'm almost to the point where now I just bet the opposite. Like if I'm like that one's going to work. Like this is the one I hate, so that's probably the best performing thumbnail.
Yeah. Have they given you the A/B test option yet?
I have the A/B test option,
Okay.
which is how I know that my taste is bad.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Like the thing I was thinking about, I put together this whole thing. This was a fun little project. I put together this whole thing where now I can do thumbnails at different resolutions. So I can like test. This was the wrong thing. I need to get the.
This is your April Fool's joke?
No, I was trying to get my thumbnails here. Where the hell did I just do this?
Here, do you have a designer that you use, or do you do them?
No,
yourself?
this is me. This is
nice.
like me overcomplicating everything. But so I just did like this thing here where I can like edit all the pieces. And so if I want to put a new one together, I can come in here and I can say like,
oh, nice.
MCP for AI agents. And it like updates all of them at once.
Yeah.
And then if I go get your photo.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Right. So I grab this and then I come in here.
Paste it in, you're good to go.
Paste it in and it updates all of them. And now I've got my thumbnails for like, that's the Instagram, that's the Discord size, that's the...
Love it.
So this was one of those little things that I was like, is this the right way to spend my evening? And
yes,
honestly, it really is.
That is, yeah. 1,000%. Yeah.
But yeah, no, this,
Cool.
Anyways.
All right,
Jack, I should let you leave. I keep coming on to new side quests. Thank you all so much for hanging out. We will be back on Thursday with something fun.
Yeah.
What do we got? We are doing Live Kit and Twilio to build a phone AI agent. That's Dr. Sarah Guthels. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun. Set your calendars. Come back on Thursday. We will talk to you next time. Thanks, y'all.